Hi everyone, Dorota International nail artist and educator here, and today I have prepared for you an awesome white and pink nails. They turned out fantastic with those like almost texture roses. Have a preview of them in here. I think it looks fantastic and they are perfect for January, but not only for that month. You could actually wear them the entire year because they're so universal. And I hope you really enjoy learning how to do this design. And if you're new in here, don't forget to subscribe, as there is lots of tutorials coming up every Monday, Wednesdays and Saturdays. And to you guys who are watching us for so many years, thank you so much for every comment, like and share. Let's start. That's what we are gonna create today. I actually really like how they turn it out. Pretty interesting and I would say quite simple design. So our base color is gonna be some soft pink, 235. And guys, you ask me quite often how I secure my tips, so I'm gonna actually show you in this video. I'm using a blue tack. It's like a plastoline, and then I just take a small scoop of it, like make sure it's pretty nice and warm. Patrick is showing like how the full pack is looking. So it comes like this. It's a blue tack, and I just take a small piece of it. And also this is how I use those nails to secure them into the nails, like for a thumbnail pictures. So it's a great way to build up the portfolio of the design. So I would take a small piece, I would apply it on my ugly nails because they are really terrible now, and then just slide it in like this. So this way the nails secure. You can also see it how pretty it looks on the actual finger. Really nice and beautiful design with those texture going on. Anyway, this goes in here, and I show you how to achieve that look. Now my tips are always kind of, they come in white. So what I'm always doing before I'm starting doing the designs, I would secure them with the blue tack. Then I would just give them a buff, remove any dust. I am quite lazy sometimes in this part, and I'm kind of doing things fast, and then I've got lots of fluff. So please don't do that. Okay, and then we can apply those some soft pink, really delicate background. So this is a color which is a little bit see-through, so I'm going to apply it in 2 layers. Then give it 60 seconds cure and do it the same in here. If your tips aren't buffed enough, it can kind of create like a wee holes in it, so make sure they always buff properly. Okay, second layer going on. And again, 60 seconds cook. And I think it's a perfect January set because it's a kind of like still winter. I mean, here at least, like we've got so much snow. It's crazy, actually. But it's a little bit too early for a Valentine's designs. They will be coming to the channel, of course, as well. Now, my next step is to grab the blooming gel, and then I want to prepare a mixture. So I want a drop of the 173, which is a Tic Tac white. And then I want some French gel in 2 different scoops. Okay, so 1 scoop, I actually need to grab a new one as well. 1 scoop go on the side because we will need it for later, and then the second scoop goes to my white. The reason for it is like I want the gel polish on its own is gonna spread really fast, but then the French gel is so much pigmented, so much thicker consistency that it might just take too slow time. So I find that this is a perfect combination for me. And now we are ready for that design. So blooming gel. And I'm trying to always apply it at like kind of nice and thin. So work through your blooming gel. You don't want too much of it because it will spread. And also watch to don't apply too much on the sides, guys, okay? Now we are going to go into our mixture. So that will give us a really nice consistency and start painting the first roses. So I'm using the D-liner brush and doing just like a swirly part in the middle. Then picking up a bigger scoop of the product, and I'm gonna go one side, and then I like to prolong it from the other side as well. And the more wavy, guys, the more like irregular you go, I think the nicer results you will get. Also, as I'm coming out outside, I'm tending to pick up a slightly thicker amount of the product. Okay, just so my petals are gonna be bigger. Get rid of the air bubbles. So the slower you do it, the less air bubbles you will get. I was mixing my gel, so ideally you want to wait a couple seconds before you start painting with it to get rid of those air bubbles. Okay, and then pick up another scoop and start painting another rose. Again, nice and wavy. Also, I'm trying to like make the petals overlap each other, so this one is gonna go over. Next, I would say it's almost like painting triangle shapes, guys, like messy triangles, like, and the messier you are, the nicer it will turn out. We're missing like a pretty big one in here. Another one in there. Something in here. And just a touch in there, okay? Now we are gonna leave our design to spread nicely. I don't want to spread it overly too much, but like, you know, I want to have this kind of blooming effect on it. So this is almost there. Let's cook it. And then we can do exactly the same in here. So again, nice and swirly beads inside. So the first petals are a little bit smaller, like I don't want them that big, so you can see it, I'm painting them smaller. And then as I go outside, things are gonna go bigger and bigger. You could see it, I have just bring it in like a huge blob of the product, but it will still give me a nice petals. Just get rid of those air bubble. And then leave it a couple seconds to spread it. The first one is ready. So my next step is to apply the matte top coat over it. And that's what I feel gives them those nice effect, like it is a matte top coat. So just a matte top coat all over. And again, 60 seconds cure. Okay, this one is spreading quite nicely. I can cure it too. And then once it's cooked, we can apply a matte top coat over it as well. I don't think so this set would look this nice with the shiny top coat, like matte definitely gives a nice effect to it. Now, my matte top coat is cooked, so I'm just gonna grab the UV cleanser to go through and remove a tiny bit of the inhibition. It doesn't have like almost inhibition layer, but I like to just wipe it. And then my next step is like whenever I'm working with the blooming gel, I feel the blooming gel leaves a little bit uneven surface. Okay, so you don't have to do this step, like lots of people don't do it, and it doesn't look that terribly bad, but I like to give it a gentle bath to it. Okay, gentle bath, and then you can reapply the top coat. I'm gonna skip that step of reapplying the top coat because they are just a display tips, but you would apply the top coat over it. I just wanted to show you like those couple scratches make the surface looks much prettier because we take away the unevenness of the blooming gels. I always like to do that step. And same when I'm doing glitter encapsulations, like even with the especially with the gel polish, I would buff it. Now my next step is to use just a pure French gel on its own, and we are gonna give this texture look to it. So I'm just picking up a small amount and I want to go outside. Okay, so I'm catching up the outside edges of my petals. And you've got two choices. One choice is you can just go exactly where your blooming gel spread, or you can change the shape so slightly. And I like to change the shape so slightly. So in this case, I'm gonna prolong that petal here. Look how much nicer it looks, just like a wee detail, like so much nicer. I've got like a wee dent in here, use that. We don't want to go regular. Extend this petal. There we are, another one. This one can even twist inside, so we have changed the shape so slightly again. I can go a bit thicker for a change in here. So like in the middle parts, you could go thicker. And I would prefer it to start it with those middle parts, so then the edges can be really nice and slim. Then we've got a really large petal in here. So again, I'm applying the gel thicker. It gives me more texture and more 3D look. I have created like a really nice 3D animals with the French gel. There's actually even a training for that on our website. So you can actually build up the French gel to be like a 3D. And I like it for our clients, especially that this isn't too bulky, but it gives enough dimension and enough texture. But like a kind of delicate, elegant texture. Okay, extend this petal. And this one. Look like how much difference it is there. Like I can even show you from all the angles as well. And probably in the next video we are gonna do my nails finally. As I say, life goes mad and crazy, so we had no time yet for them. But I'm talking about it because this set made me want white nails again. I love white nails, like, and white and pink is just a perfect connection together. So I would definitely wear it on my nails, like that kind of look. It will look so pretty and so elegant. I could wear any kind of clothes with it because it's just white and pink. I'm trying to don't overthink it, just kind of create extra petals. Absolutely amazing. Look at the difference, like, you know, I love it also how ugly background, because we could call it an ugly background, turns out into nice and pretty designs. 60 seconds cure for our French gel. And you guys probably see it as well, like I am a person which don't like ton of different things on the desk, so you can see me using the French gel for so many different designs, and like, I mean, you can do so many amazing things with it. And I love it when we can use one product for different things, you know. It saves you money and saves you place, and this gel lasts you ages. Like, for those of you who have it, let me know in the comments below as well. What are your thoughts about it, like, and how long does it last you, and what kind of other designs you are using it for. Again, make this petal go inside. So I have changed this one so slightly. Look, I have curved it like inside, and then I can curve this one inside as well, just because that one was quite heavy. Do it on the edges, and on the edges I'm trying to go a little bit slimmer. Extend this beautiful petal here. Here I can go thicker. So you can see it, we can also change the shapes so slightly of the petals. And this one I want to extend it. Again, just starting with the middle, so my edges can be really nice and slim, like starting from the middle, and then the edges are nice and slim. And we can extend them and curve different direction. Get those nice middle. Extend it so slightly. The nicer and thicker. It's a bigger petal. Curve it inside. Extend that one. Try to don't overload your brush with the product. Like, if it's having too much on it, it becomes pretty heavy and it doesn't behave the same. Like, I am almost at the too thick consistency on my brush. But I should pull it because it's the last bits and pieces. But if you start feeling like your brush cannot behave, oh, this edge looks a bit unfinished. Just extend those petals. And then it's time to cook it. And then I can show you all of them. So the French gel has a tiny bit of the inhibition layer. I'm just wiping it off. And then we've got, I think this is pinky, which goes in here. And then a couple seconds longer for that one. And we've got the index finger. So it will look absolutely amazing on the actual hand. I cannot wait to take a beautiful thumbnail picture. So just perfect January set of the nails. Look at them, like nice textured, like, and it looks so complicated, almost like on flat, oh gosh, I don't know the word for it. Sculpt. Oh, there we are, sculpt. Yes, like white sculpt, absolutely amazing. I'm sending you huge glittery hugs, guys, and looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!